Hello. Today, we'll talk in more detail about scarifying residential lawns. But until then, subscribe to the channel to stay updated with all the latest news. Let's see what scarifying actually means. Scarifying is the process of clearing vegetative debris from the base of the lawn, allowing water, nutrients, and air to reach its roots and the soil. These vegetative remnants form a dense layer called thatch or thatch layer. This layer acts as a barrier, effectively preventing water, air, and nutrients from penetrating the soil, contributing to maintaining moisture and creating an environment perfect for diseases. For example, in summer, if we have thatch, we can encounter issues like pythium, while in winter, snow mold may occur. However, all types of lawns develop this thatch sooner or later, as the lifespan of a grass blade is approximately 6 weeks. Therefore, prevention involves regular scarification of the lawn. Let's also discuss when to scarify the lawn. Generally, lawns are scarified in spring and fall. The most crucial scarification of the year is in spring after the winter period. I recommend scarifying the lawn in spring when two conditions are met. The temperature is regularly above 12 to 14 degrees Celsius, and if you mow the lawn 2 to 3 times consistently at a 7-day interval, indicating that the grass has entered its growing season. You can scarify earlier, but if you apply controlled release fertilizer, be cautious as these fertilizers release nutrients only above 12 degrees Celsius. Pay attention because there is a risk of slow recovery due to low temperatures. The ideal months for spring scarification are March and April, considering temperature conditions. In fall, scarification should not be done too late. Temperatures should not be lower than 12 degrees Celsius during the day, as we want the nutrients to be released from the fertilizer above this temperature. The best month for fall scarification is October. Scarification can also be done in September or early November, depending on the weather. However, check the forecast to ensure there are no low temperatures for at least 2 weeks after scarification for the nutrients to be released and absorbed by the lawn. For both fall and spring scarification, you can successfully use either metal blades or spring tines. Indeed, it's said that metal blades stimulate the lawn's roots. Unfortunately, the grass's roots are several centimeters below the surface, not at the surface. If roots are at the surface, it indicates an irrigation problem. Apart from the main scarifications in spring and fall, you can also scarify the lawn at the end of May or in early August. If you look at the accompanying image, the intensive growth period of the lawn ends around late May or early June, followed by a period of minimal growth. Growth resumes around August, coinciding with the end of the intensive growth and the beginning of autumn growth. These two scarifications are optional, so if not needed, you can skip them. There are a few aspects to consider during scarification. Try to scarify between 12 and 28 to 30 degrees Celsius, as mentioned before. This is crucial because we apply controlled release fertilizer, which releases nutrients from 12 degrees Celsius. And grass blades slow down the growth at around 30 degrees Celsius or below 12 degrees Celsius. Therefore, scarify only within this temperature range. Now let's talk about the tools you can use for scarification. We'll start with a simple rake, either a garden rake or a metal fan-shaped leaf rake. You can use a manual scarifier that incorporates two functions: scarification with metal blades and scarification with spring tines. There's also an electric or thermal scarifier with 2 drums. One with metal blades and one with spring tines. Today, I'll make a demonstration with the tools mentioned to show you the results and which one is the most efficient. A crucial point with the electric or thermal scarifier is to never start at the lowest setting. Find an isolated area in the lawn to test from 0 to -1, -2, and so on. Never start at the lowest setting, begin at the highest and gradually lower it. I finished the demonstration. The simple garden rake removed some material but not much. The metal fan-shaped leaf rake removed almost nothing, so it's entirely inefficient. The manual scarifier, on the other hand, did remove some material, proving its efficiency. The electric scarifier with the spring tines drum removed a bit more, showing moderate aggressiveness. However, the scarifier with metal blades removed a considerable amount, demonstrating its effectiveness for spring scarification. Now that you've found the right setting and scarified the lawn, mow the lawn again at the same height you mowed before scarification, as there may be some blades growing horizontally, now at the surface, and the mower will cut them at the appropriate height. After mowing, apply solid fertilizer, and if you have additional tasks such as core aeration, leveling, or overseeding, you can do them immediately. After applying solid fertilizer, I recommend irrigating with approximately 5 liters per square meter. Let me share some tips and tricks that might help you during scarification. Never turn the scarifier on the spot with metal blades or spring tines down, as you may damage the lawn. Similarly, avoid going back and forth, as it can also damage the lawn. Perform a quick aeration with a fork so that water with fertilizer reaches the roots much faster. Be cautious in shaded areas, as the soil may be softer, and you might pull out the grass and the roots. In areas where the electric or thermal scarifier cannot reach, use a manual scarifier or a rake, as they will help a lot. Optionally, before scarification, but only if the lawn has been mowed 2 to 3 times before scarification. You can use a foliar product to aid in faster recovery. However, if you plan to overseed after scarification, skip the foliar product, as it will give a small boost. After understanding what scarification entails, removing the thatch formed by vegetative material from the soil to allow water, air, and nutrients to reach the soil and roots, an operation recommended twice a year, with spring being the most crucial period. If you enjoyed this video of scarification, press the like button, subscribe to stay updated with all the materials I will publish on this channel. And until next time, remember that grass grows in the field, and the lawn in your yard.